All right, so another edition of a Road to 240 workout here. Pretty much in the home stretch to try to hit 240 before my birthday, which is 23 days. In 23 days. If I'm going to be honest, I feel like quitting right now. uh, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to go right up until my birthday to try to attempt 240. I might even stop a week before, or perhaps earlier in the week. I just got a lot on my mind lately, and a lot of things I need to get done personally. Um, so I got a lot of my bandwidth mentally is a little bit scattered at the moment. I mean, I'm happy that I set a PR, personal best of 248 recently, but you know, I'm not. I'm honest. I don't think I'm going to hit 240, and partly because my mind is a little bit all over the place right now. But we'll see. I keep going back and forth between stop now or keep going. Again, it's just around the corner. Most likely, I'll continue on, but yeah, we'll see. Today's workout on the Airdyne. Just gonna go do a relatively easy 3-minute warm up, and I'm gonna do 10 sets of 2 minutes hard, 1 minute easy. Well, relatively hard. The goal will be to, in terms of speed, maybe the first set I'll probably be under 25, but from set 2 onwards, I'll try to have my speed no lower than 25, closer to 26 if I can throughout most of it. Chances are, I'm probably not going to be talking a whole lot during this video. My warm-up's about to come to an end here. And here we go on the first set. I'll most likely just use this first set as a bit of a feeler. Get things warmed up a little bit more. And then sets 2 through 10 for the real work will begin. It's going to be all about pacing. Pace myself well enough that I can maintain minimum 25. I'm assuming this is miles an hour, 25 miles an hour from sets 2 all the way to 10. Right now I'm between 24 and a half and 25. It's not too bad. I think I'll keep it here. Got another minute left on this particular set, on this first set. And pretty much when we rolled into September, so really for the last month, mentally I've kind of checked out a bit. So if anything, whatever struggles I'm likely going to have in the next few weeks, attempting to go for a 240, so a lot of it's going to come up here. Because I do have my attention divided. And when attention is divided, it can be tough to put your best foot forward. So to say that we can multitask, it's a bit of a myth. Maybe multitask with mindless tasks, but anything that requires actual concentration. See, I think back to when I was training for my Ironman. And I pretty much spent 8-9 months training, and I was focused on it. I wasn't divided mentally. I wasn't needing to worry about the business or anything. I could focus on Ironman, and that's what got me through a lot of the training in those days. All right, 2 sets done. I was able to stay above 25 on that one. I mean, assuming I don't quit in the next week or two. The plan is push the conditioning sessions. So I'm doing 2 days with the Airdyne here. Basically gonna be the same thing both days. 10 sets, 2 minutes on, 1 minute off. Push the pace progressively on this one. And the idea, and then 3 days of running. One of the days will be 3 minutes fast, 1 minute easy. Another day is 1 minute really fast, 3 minutes easy. 6 sets of both. And then maybe if I squeeze in something more POPAT specific in there, that'll be the third day of running. So 5 days of conditioning. I'll try to squeeze in 2 days of strength training. That ain't necessarily the priority. Priority is my conditioning. The goal is to try to make 142, maybe 144 on the 6 laps feel easier. I'm not pushing the pace so I can push the pace on the course. I'm pushing my pace in conditioning. So what I'm currently doing feels easier. At least off the 6 laps. That way on the machine, And then the vault, I can push it some more. I think I went off too hard on this set. All right, 3 sets done. Started that one a little too quick. But going back to what I was saying, I'm trying to push it on my runs and on the Airdyne here so that my 6 laps, whatever I'm currently running for the 6 laps, feels easier. And therefore, if it's easier, I got more in the tank to push it on the machine and push it on the vault. If I want a chance at 240, both the machine and the vault combined will have to be under a minute. So let's say if I'm doing 144 off the course, I'm going to need to be around 56 seconds for both the machine and the vault. If I'm coming off the course at 142, means 58 for machine and vault. Now fresh, when I'm fresh, I can do just about 56, 57 on the machine. So I really can't slow down that much more. But even slowing down by a couple seconds overall for the 6 laps, and assuming I'm not killing myself on the laps, it could be enough to push it hard on the machine and vault. When I did that split at 56, when fresh, I think I was about, what was I again? I think I was 27 for the vault, maybe 28. Which, if I'm doing the math, I can't do the math right now. I'll do it after. You know what, if I'm recalling right, I was 30 seconds total on the machine and 26, almost 27 on the vault. So, factoring fatigue, maybe 33 on the machine. I think it's still possible to pull even the 28 on the vault. So if I do 33 on the machine, 28 on the vault, that's a minute and 1 second right there. So I'm doing a 240 or 144 off the course. I'm looking at about 245 for the pull pad, which personally I would love. I do think between 244 and 246 is within my capabilities. At 240, my fitness has to be at another level at that point, and I don't have the time to take fitness to that level. Maybe if I had another, I'd say 6 months, perhaps 3 on the minimum, perhaps 240 will be within reach at that point, but as of now, being realistic, mid 240s is more realistic. I know what some of you may be thinking right now. You might be thinking, oh, I believe in you, Mark. I know you can get 240. Yeah, I'm not necessarily doubting I can get 240. I'm just doubting I can get it in the time frame that I set for myself. As much as mindset will help overcome a lot of physical abilities, when you're pushing against whatever your limitations are, what the mindset will do is just keep you from sliding backwards too much. Now, someone can prove me wrong on that one, but I'm also being realistic here. Halfway. 5 more sets. Training is a fine balance of pushing hard enough, but also not too much. And it takes time to develop the body awareness for it. And even then, you're still not going to fully master it. Ego will still get in the way sometimes. And right now, all things considered, how I'm doing on here, I'm happy where I'm at. 3 hours of sleep last night. Running a so fast testing session earlier. And only a small breakfast and I'll say non-existent lunch. I think I'm doing all right now. I do feel like I'm letting my technique get sloppy though. Come on. Whew. One thing I love about the Airdyne, There's no gears to it. It's just the harder you push, the harder this becomes. And I'm generally not a fan of being on a cardio machine. Mentally, I find it not necessarily boring, but a bit draining. So if I'm going to be on a machine, I like to treat my workouts as interval workouts instead. But it's also good for what I'm doing right now, because I don't want to be doing 5 days of running. So I can push myself on here in between my run days, still get a good training effect out of it without putting stress on my joints, on the muscles, on the limbs. What's nice about this as well, because I can get the arms involved, it's more of a full body cardio workout. Whereas when you're on the bike, it's just the legs that are pushing. I can at least get my arms involved here. Squeeze out just a bit more. Oh shit. I am getting sloppy though. Oh. So going back to why I like the Airdyne or the assault bike here, depending what you want to call it. The harder I push, the harder this is. I don't have to change gears or anything, because I can also get my arms involved. I can make this more of a full body effort. I mean, I guess you can also use the rower for that one, but I don't know, I find, unless I'm just doing things wrong on the rower, I push myself better on the Airdyne versus on the rower. I don't know, it's maybe because of similarities to the bike, so I can relate my effort level to that. All right, 3 more sets to go. This is set number 8. I got 2 more after this. So far, I'm still able to stay above 25. Last few sets, I begin over 26, and then I start to fade back to around the mid 25 mark. It's becoming a struggle trying to stay above 25. 2 more sets. Haven't drank that much water right now. It's probably another thing affecting my performance today. I might not be as hydrated as I should be. All right. Set number 9 coming up in 3, 2, 1. See if I can be a bit more conservative on this one and then finish strong at the end. Oh, maybe I'm too conservative. Fuck. Dropping before it's below 25. All right. Screw it. I'll push and hang on. I am wondering right now how much of this is a cardio limiting me, how much is it my muscles limiting me. So I can check my heart rate at the end of some of the sets. Doesn't look like a broken 180. To make me think I limited our muscles right now. That's my heart rate monitor is reading things wrong. It might be reading 5 to 10 beats below what I'm actually at. Which is one reason why you don't want to entirely rely on technology, and in this case the heart rate monitor, to gauge progress or effort level. Because I know with my heart rate monitor, it doesn't always read correctly. Final set. See if I can keep this above 26 now. So far, so good. 30 seconds in. Twenty-six one, 26-2. Time to drop. Less than a minute. Let's make it hurt. Okay. Oh, that one hurt. That one hurt. I did get my heart rate up though. It's around 190 or so. Who knows? Maybe I was reading right. So I was above 26 up until the minute mark. Then over the next 30 seconds, I built myself to around 27. And then with the remaining 30 seconds, I just tried to push as hard as I could. Slowly built up the speed, got to 28. By the final 10 seconds, I was around 29. Last 5 seconds, I got up to 30. Let's go take it easy for the next 3-4 minutes here now. Oh, I mean, not too bad for 3 hours of sleep. And a baby boy sleeping in my arms for probably half that time. Alright, so after 2 minutes, my heart rate dropped to about 142. Let's see if I can verify this. Yeah, around mid 140. So, you know what? Maybe most of the sets I was around the 175 to 180 mark. Perhaps I could have pushed it more, which again leads me to think that it wasn't so much my cardio that was holding me back, but the muscles themselves. Alright. After 3 minutes, my heart rate has recovered to just below 140. I'm recovering well enough. How quickly your heart rate recovers after an intense session, it's another indicator of where your fitness is at. Generally speaking, the faster you recover, the more superior, if you will, your cardio fitness, your aerobic capacity. After about 4 minutes, I'm around mid to high 130s for heart rate. Probably gonna stay there for the next little bit. All right, well, if you stuck with me throughout the entire workout here, thank you for sticking with me to the end. If you got any questions about my training, what I'm planning for the rest of the next, 3 weeks now, or if you got questions about preparing for the POPAT, let me know. POPAT specifically, we run training sessions throughout the week here at Redline. But yeah, if you got questions, leave a comment below, or you can always email me at marc, MARC, at rlconditioning.ca. Uh, yeah. Till next time. Have a good one, y'all.